Hello, everyone. This is Oni, and today I got for you a review for Roar of Revenge by indie developer Seep Studios. This is a side-scrolling hack and slash game that is a clear homage to older, like Super Nintendo generation games. Um, and we're just gonna jump into it again, like usual. You're gonna see some raw, unedited gameplay, and I hope you enjoy it. And let's just get into the review here. The half-man lion, known as Leomon, is taking revenge on the world for the way he was treated as a child. Being bullied and ostracized made him a mean person, so that now that he's grown up, he's just not taking it anymore. Except he just doesn't know when to stop, so it's up to Keel to go around the land, gather the relics of the gods, and defeat the evil half-lion of the lands. Honestly, the story wasn't exactly the staying point for me here. As you reach each new level, you sort of get a breakdown of what's happening or what's going to happen, but my mind never really let it all sink in. Not to say it wasn't exactly interesting, it was just a basic driving point for me. Had I paid more attention, I'm sure I would have enjoyed it a lot more than I did, or even let it resonate with me a bit more. No, the main staying point for this game is the gameplay itself, where it reigns king in this instance. When I first saw the trailer, my mind immediately went to games I grew up with, like ActRaiser and Magic Sword for example, so I immediately fell in love. I was surprised the game played just as well when I finally got my hands on it. I ended up playing the game twice, once on normal and once on easy, to see how truly easy it was. I never got bored during the time I spent during these two playthroughs, as I came in at about 3 hours. It's one of the few games I truly wish were longer, because 10 levels just did not do it for me. When you first start the game, you don't have any abilities at all. You can't even jump, but before you know it, you're jumping, shooting magic, avoiding enemy projectiles, and spinning on your heels as fast as you can to deal with enemies coming at you from all sides. This made the gameplay even more exciting, and I'm glad to say the controls are all real tight, as they should be. If I died, I knew it was my fault, and not because of any cheap death, because the game was just being a bastard. Both with the combat and with the platforming. I loved the map design in every level, and the platforming was absolutely top notch. From underground caves, to being in the clouds, to going through a castle, I was left in amazement the whole time. My favorite level in the game, and yes, I will say it, is the water level, which, if anyone has ever played the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game on the NES, will suddenly feel very at home here. I don't know if the devs took direct inspiration from that or not, but it was amazing. The music was great, the controls felt heavy, and for good reason, of course. There's instant-death obstacles you need to avoid. The damn spikes. But the point is, it just proves how much love was put into all of it, and how a water level should feel, as opposed to letting you rip through the water like you're a fish and not a human being. I do wish there were a few more bosses to the game, as I always enjoyed figuring out the best way to fight them. Some are super simple, while some are fun and an exhilarating time. But then the issue comes down to the last boss, where I was honestly just bored and annoyed the whole fight. It's not an intense battle to save the lands. It's a slow, monotonous marathon that I did not enjoy. Not only are you basically standing still, but you can only hurt the boss once when it moves its face for 1 point of damage. So you're sitting there, slowly whittling away at the health bar. I felt more relieved than anything when I finally won. But I also beat the game with less than 10 deaths, which in turn gave me the best ending and unlocked all the other endings. All of those endings ended up being a small description of what happened, none of them lining up with another. But it was a nice reason to try and get better at the game, and it was so worth it. So, in all honesty, the game is a clear 9 out of 10 for me. It was fantastic. It was a great homage. The controls were fluid. The levels were fantastic. And even though the last boss slightly ruined it a tiny bit, this should be a game for all hack and slash players to look forward to. And as an extra bonus, the game is only a few bucks. So do not sleep on this game and go and get it. You will not regret it. And I hope you enjoyed this review as much as I liked making it, as much as I liked playing this game. I hope you enjoyed watching the random footage of me absolutely failing. If you want to stay caught up with me and what I'm doing, I'm going to drop a link to my Twitter down below. I'll drop a link to the written article down below as well. If you'd like to drop into the No Discord channel, I'll drop a link in the description down below as well with everything else. I think there might be a link to the PlayStation Store for this game. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm not going to link it. So, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and I hope I will see you next time. But until then, bye-bye!